Hello everyone, my name is Zhira. I'm a science teacher at Lezan Private Basic School. Today we are going to talk about the force for grade 8. We will start with the force. This is term, what does meaning the force? Every day we will using the force, but have to know what meaning the force. Force, they have a scientific definition. Force is simply push or pull. Every day when we have any homework, we will go to doing homework, we will using the force. Anything is around us needed the force for making the work, okay? For example, I'm using my fingers to open my book, so I will pull the papers, I will push. So in this moment, in this time, I'm using the force. Force, they have definition is a simply a push or pull. It's a simply push or pull. Scientific for this term for force using a unit called Newton. Using unit called Newton. Write down capital letter N called Newton. This is unit using to measure force. By the way, force have both. It means force depend for two things. They have size and by the way they have a direction. Important thing is in the force direction, it means all of the force around us depending for the size and depending for the direction. For each direction, for north, south, left, right, any direction, because when you want to count the force, should we know what's the direction for the force. This is force and depending for what, and this is a unit measuring force. After that, we have a definition. Net force, what does meaning net force? Net force is a combination of all of the force acting on object. For example, I'm doing the work, I want to tell you, find out how much the net force for this is work when I did. You are depending for things. And here's important thing is to solving the net force using direction. How? If you want understand this is meaning, look at this two pictures, you will understand crystal clear. We have two boys in here, and here making the force between two persons, and in these two persons between them happen the force, but we have two force. The force in here depends on the direction. The first boy pushing the table and the second one pulling one. So the first boy, they have 7 newtons in this direction, and also the second boy, they have a 2 newton in this direction. They have the same direction. I will tell you not. This is not too much important. If the force, if we have two force in the same direction, so we will go away to doing the plus between them. But if we have two force in different direction, we will doing minus between them. In the first pictures, they have the same direction, making force in the same direction. It means if I want to find out net force, you write down net force equal 7 Newton plus, this is too much important, 2 Newton. Why plus? I'll ask you the question, why using plus for this time? You say because of the same direction. So 7 plus 2, write down 9 Newton. This is the first picture. The second picture. Also we have two boys, but in here they have a problem. Where's if you notice that, you can find out net force easily. The first boy in this direction, but the second one in opposite direction. So in this moment, using between them minus. Calculating net force in here is minus. Why? Because in the different direction. So you say net force equals 7 Newton minus 2 Newton equal 5 Newton. And here, in this example, I give you by pictures and by the direction symbol. But in the exam, maybe I will tell you in the left side and the right side, or in the south, north, east, west, have to know in which direction from to where, okay? This is a force direction, and how can find out net force? We will go to force. We have two kinds of the force. We have balance force and we have unbalanced force. What's the difference between them? It's too much easy. Balance force, it means if you have a force acting on anything is the net force equal to 0 Newton, this kind for the force called balance force. It means now I'm going to doing the force. If the force, all of the force in this object is equal to 0 Newton, so in this is moment called balance force. How? Give me example about that. For example, I'm going to parking my car. So when you want to parking your cars, all of the force, the net force equal to 0. So the bars, if you didn't push it, if you didn't pull it, they cannot move it. And this is moment, this is a balance force. After that, we have the unbalanced force. Unbalanced force, it means opposite that. If all of the force, when all of the force applied on the object is not equal 0 Newton, it means doesn't equal 0 Newton, this is called unbalanced force. Equal 0 Newton. For example, what? Example about unbalanced force. Unbalanced force, for example, when a group of the boys playing football. In the moment when the football in one place, after that when you're pushing or pulling, so the ball is moving. In this moment, not all of the force equal to 0. So in this moment equal to unbalanced force. Thank you a lot for your listening. I wish you all the best for you. Inshallah, we will see you in the next video.